Can your vehicle survive a heat wave in the summer and a deep freeze in the winter? Well, joining us from the largest climatic test facility in the world, where Ford conducts extreme weather testing in the vehicles you drive every day, is Dave Payne, manager of extreme weather testing at Ford Motor Company. Good morning.
Hey, thanks for having us.
All right, so let's talk about this lab. What kind of testing are you guys doing there?
Well, like you said, this is the largest freezer in the world, and Air Force has used it to put their very largest airplanes in here. But 10 years ago, we were allowed to start coming in, and we've come every year since then. And we've got up to like 40 vehicles in here. You can see a few of them behind me here, our Super Duty and Focus and our Explorer. And it's well below zero in here right now.
Brr.
But we get this thing down to minus 20 for starting the vehicles, even down to minus 40. And we could do those 40 vehicles, get them cold, and jump in them and start them, just like a customer would. Because when a customer gets in a car, they don't want to, when they're that cold, they don't want to think about, is the car going to start? So we want to make sure it's going to start for them. We do all the extremes that they possibly could ever see. The wipers are going to work, the windows are going to work, drive them around in here a little bit, the transmission's working. So we've checked it all out for them on our prototypes before it ever gets to the dealership.
Wow. Well, obviously you are in a cold weather facility, but Ford also does hot weather testing too. What's that like?
Sure. We have a site out in Arizona, a test track, and we work out of there. And they get about 100 days a year that it is going to be over 100 degrees. It's really hot out there. We're testing there right now as I speak. And we're making sure that the coolant's not going to overheat on you. The air conditioning is going to pull down the temperature nicely for you in there. Your brakes are going to work. We tow up hills with huge trailers on the back of the vehicle, especially in like this Super Duty going up Davis Dam out in Arizona, a famous site for people potentially overheating. Well, we're going to go run that test and make sure that would never happen to one of our customers.
All right, very cool. Now, we are in the middle of summer, right, and it's hot. But for those dealing with the colder weather where you are, what's your advice while out on the road?
For cold weather, you know, most people don't realize this, but your tire pressures can come down when it gets cold. So one thing is, to beginning of that season, make sure your tires are pumped up good, make sure your coolant is good. When you start your car up, it's good to let it run for a minute or two if you can, and let the oil get moving around. That's good for the durability of your car. And maybe park inside if you can, but if you can't, park up against the wall, and that'll help prevent the car out in the wind from cooling down as fast as it normally would.
Okay, awesome. Now, there are a ton of new vehicles that have not hit the road yet. What changes can we expect from these new cars, do you think?
You know, we are refreshing our product line the fastest rate that I've ever seen. I've been in the company 36 years. So virtually every product we've got is represented in the test fleet, the prototypes that we're testing here this week. You can see a couple behind me here, the Super Duty we're working on, and the Focus and the Explorer. But we're from Fiesta all the way up to some large trucks. The prototypes are all here with us.
All right, very exciting. Well, for all the tips and for information on the new vehicles coming out, where can we go? Where would you send us?
A great place to go would be Ford.com. I'm sure we'll have some stuff on the site here today, as well as anything else you'd like to find out about Ford.
Great. Well, thank you so much, and I hope you stay warm in that cooler, that freezer. It was a pleasure to have you on the show this morning. Thank you.